All right, so any COVID news coming up that we should know about? Any worsenings, any breakthroughs, any COVID news? Let's see. Let's see. The Three of Pentacles, the Hermit. So there is some investigations going on, or research, not investigations. There's some research going on here, so this is good. At least we know that, somebody's doing something. Somebody's on the ball. The Six of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Magician, the Four of Cups. So there is some ending here to despondency. There's some ending to being unattached, or not disinformed, uninformed. There's some you can't keep. I mean, I guess you could, but good Lord, you can't keep pretending like this is some Democratic hoax. When even, let's say, for instance, we believe that Trump got it. Your own president got it too. But there's some ending to these disinformation campaigns. But there's going to be some forced attention drawn to COVID, and it has something to do with children. So maybe down there in Florida and places like Tennessee, where he is just as worse, and Texas, where he is just as worst. Men. So there is some sort of manipulation also with vaccines for children. So there may be some sort of booster shot you can give them too. But there's going to be an ending to you crossing your arms and closing your eyes. There's going to be some ending to that with the Four of Cups and the Ten of Swords. And it's more than likely going to come in the form of children being ill. It's a lot different when it's yours. So unfortunately, I think they're going to have to learn the hard way, like most Republicans do. But the fear, the Five of Swords, is that, there is no advantage to be gained here. Is that this thing is going to last forever, and so forth and so forth. But that's the fear, not predictive. The hope is the Ace of Swords, a breakthrough. The Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is here because the devil is here. So the Four of Pentacles is, again, we're talking about the ruin of the misinformation. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. There are still some that will hold to this. This is more than likely coming from someone with an agenda, though. So even when faced with ruin, and the Four of Cups means that you now have to accept your reality. Even when faced with that, there will still be some that hold on to it by the Four of Pentacles. And the reason they hold on to it is because more than likely Fox News or Alex Jones or whoever else is convincing them that they should be holding on to these beliefs that you're not a horse, you're not a cow, but let's go and take dewormer instead of the vaccine. So we still have a small group, but the positive part here is that the group is small. So it's getting smaller. So this group of people who refuse to see sense, who will believe the science as me and Jen and Becca were talking. There is people who will believe the science of the horse dewormer, but not the vaccine. So So the people who believe such a thing, that group is getting smaller because they are forced to take care of their own kids now because their kids have something that was supposed to be Democratic hoax. The word of warning is justice. There will not be anytime soon balance to this. The word of solace is judgment, but we will get out of this. The judgment is resurrection, something from the past, which means we go through it right now, but just like the Black Plague and anything else, we will get out of this. It's just going to take a while, and so forth and so forth. But the Eight of Pentacles, just know that there are people working. There are people working. There are people who are doing what they can. By the Magician right next to it, there are people who are doing what they can. People who are doing what they must. So, as of right now, we don't have a reprieve, but we do have smaller groups of dissension. We do have people that are still working. We do have a breakthrough with children and booster shots or child's vaccine. There are more children who will be sick, which is probably why we are now focusing more on the children aspect of it. Like I said, the group is getting smaller, so things are not all that bad. Well, you know what considering we are sort of going in a positive direction. We just are not going there in a speed that is conducive with our mental health, but we are still moving forward. We are not going backwards, even though that may be what it seems like, but we're actually not. So that's a good thing.